bring me the 900. Let's get this car out of here. I'm done with this car. And his response was, I don't have $900. So every shop owner has that one time they've had to do a mechanic's lien and literally take a car away from the customer. And I, too, am not exempt from that. I've had to do that before. One of my employees, who's no longer employed with me, he said, hey, I've got a friend. He's going through some really hard times. He's got a Mazda Millennia. It's like a 2000 year model. And it's got a water pump leaking just literally like Niagara Falls. It's pouring down the motor. Do you think we could help him out? And at the time, the employee at that time was actually a pretty decent employee. I said, yeah, I think we could do that for him. So brought the car in. He said the money won't be a problem. He'll pay it when it's done. And ended up needing timing belt, water pump. They needed a battery. They needed a starter. It needed several things. It ended up being about $1,400 or $1,500 when we all said and done, which really wasn't that huge of a deal. But I got the approval from the customer. He said, go ahead and fix it and give me a call when it's done. So we did the work, got it running, everything was happy, no more leaks. And I called the customer up and said, hey, the vehicle's ready to go. You can go ahead and pick it up. And he said, I didn't approve any of the work. I said, well, actually, yes, you did. I called you. You said, go ahead and do it. I need the car for work. He said, we talked about $900. I said, no, we talked about $1,400 or $1,500, and then you agreed to it. No, we talked about $900. That's all I'm going to pay. I was like, no. No, I said, you're going to pay the $1,400 or the car is not leaving. It's going to stay here. He said, well, can I do a payment plan? So I really don't do payment plans. I'm not here to finance your car repairs. I'm here to fix your vehicle. You pay for the repairs and you take your vehicle out of here. That's the way this works. He kept pushing about the $900, and I said, look, I have the paper in front of me in writing. It's $1,400. Why would I tell you $900? He just kept stuttering. Well, it was $900. That's what I remember. And if you can't make it $900, then I'm not going to pay. I was like, look, at that time I was so frustrated. We'd gone back and forth with phone calls. I said, fine, bring me the $900. Let's get this car out of here. I'm done with this car. And his response was, I don't have $900. Look, wait a minute here. You just haggled me down to $900 and you don't even have that to begin with? Do you take payments? I was like, yes, yes. Bring me $200 a week. And at the end of the month, we can settle up and you can get this thing out of here. But I'm never going to work on these cars for you again. I'm not interested in doing business with you again. Let's just get this done. Let's get the car out of here. A week went by. I didn't get paid. I tried to call the guy. He wouldn't answer. Finally, I sent a certified letter to him that said, if you don't make any payment on this, or at least attempt to pay, I'm going to do a mechanic's lien and then transfer the title to my name and I will take the car from you. He called the shop up and was very threatening. He was like, you can't do that. It's illegal. I said, it's not illegal. It's perfectly legal. You haven't paid the bill, and I have goods and services that need to be paid for that we've put into this vehicle. And if I have to take it from you, that's what I have to do. I said, I didn't get into this business to take people's cars from them. I said, I honestly don't want your car. I really don't want anything to do with your car. But if I have to take it, I will. He said, fine, I'll come in the end of this next week. We'll go ahead and get this settled up. I'll start my payments. Into that week, nothing. I called him, nothing. He wouldn't answer. And finally, I went down to the tag office and said I brought my receipts and showed them non-payment. I showed them what was owed and everything. And they went ahead and started the process for mechanic's lien. And then I started the process to transfer the title over to my name. And then I found out he had just bought the vehicle. It wasn't in his name to begin with. This just keeps getting better. This is amazing. Luckily, the guy that sold it to him was a Halstead police officer who had since moved on and moved to a different city. And ironically, his name is also Tyler. I called him up and said, Tyler, hey, I've got this Millennia that used to be yours. The title, or I don't know where the title is. He goes, yeah, I was going to send the title as soon as the guy finished paying on it. He never finished paying on it. I still have the title. I said, I tell you what, can you send me the title? I'm going to take ownership of this car. And he knew the situation. He kind of knew what was going on. And he was like, I'll just send it to you. I'll sign it. I'll send it to you. Anyways, I got the title in the mail. I signed it. I was getting ready to transfer it over to my name so I can legally sell it. And the guy shows up that wanted the repairs done. He said, I have the money. I'm ready to pick up my car. It's like, you can't. I've already signed the title. It's going to be my car now. And the guy just went ballistic. You've robbed me. You've taken my car from me. I have a baby that's going to be soon born. I need a way to transport the baby. You've left me with no way to get to work. I said, no, sir, you have done all those things by not paying your bill. You need to make good on your promises. If you tell somebody you're going to pay for repairs, you pay for the repairs, you get your car back. None of this would have happened. It would have been totally avoided. He just refused to see it that way. Finally, I had the police come and tell him to leave. They looked at the situation and they said, it's his car. You can no longer have your car back. You should have paid your bill if you wanted your car back. And the guy left. But that's not the end of the story with this car. You would like it to be, but it's not. So I finally get it titled in my name. I don't want the car. It's a good running and driving car, but I don't want it anymore. I just like, if I find a buyer for this for cheap, I'm just want it out of my shop. I don't even like looking at it because it keeps reminding me of the situation I went through. My daughter's friend, who was 18 or 19 at the time, needed a car. I was like, hey, I have the perfect car for you. It runs, it drives. I have a clean title. It's in my name. I said, $1,200. You can have it. I just want it out of my shop. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Anyways, I went ahead and gave her the car. She said she would pay later or whatever. I said, just get it out of here. I don't even want to look at it anymore. Just come and pay me. Half and half will work for me. I kept the title until it was paid. And I never got paid. I tried to contact her, said, hey, you know, you owe money on this car. You bought this car. You've been driving it for 3 or 4 weeks now, and you've not paid on it. Can you give me half of it now? Can you do anything? No, I don't have any money. I don't have anything right now. She says, I have $100. I said, can you bring me the $100? Yeah, I'll bring you the $100. I never saw the $100. Finally, this person was living with my daughter. They were kind of living together. She moved out. Something happened in her situation. She took the car and her belongings and left. I never saw the car again, and I still have the title to this day. I have a title to a car that I don't even know if it even runs or even where it's at anymore. And twice that car lost me money. I never really did get my money out of that car. So you know what I did? I made YouTube videos of it while I still had it. And I got my money back that way. But luckily, I did get something out of the deal. I never have had a car come through the shop that caused me so much trouble over and over and over. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get rid of it. I've actually mentioned to Tyler of Hoovie's Garage one day. He came in and he's like, what's up with that car? And I said, I can't get rid of it. I can't do anything with it. Everyone that says they're going to pay me on this car never pays me. I get stuck with the car twice now. That was the craziest car situation. It should have been where I put the title in my name, I sell the car, and it would have been done. And really, it should have been just where they paid the bill and took the car anyway. But that was probably one of the craziest situations where I've had to actually take a car from someone, and I didn't even want the car in the first place.
Autotempest.com is the fastest and most powerful way to shop for your next car. They compile the results from all the major listing sites into one place. In fact, they just added another one, Facebook Marketplace. Just like they've always let you do with Craigslist, now you can search Facebook Marketplace nationally at the same time. No more typing in cities and adding your search radius and all that stuff. They put all the results into one place, and I love them for that. We appreciate their support of VINwiki and CarTrek and everything that we do here, but honestly, it's where I start most of my mornings looking for whatever's gonna fill the next garage spot here. So check them out now at the link in the description below to find your next car. Autotempest.com, all the cars, one search.